know you came on here under one stipulation that you could share a cause that's near and dear to your heart. So let's dive into that a little bit.
So the Bowlers to Veterans Link is more than 80 years old. And let's think about our core values, right? We spent some time on that. I know that giving is good business. I know that when a company subscribes to a higher set of values than just profit comes, and
Yes.
BBL fits in our company like a hand in a glove. Have you watched the commercials for Mike's, the hero, I think it's Mike's, where they give away a day's worth of profit to charities? Have you, there's a food company, and I should have done a little research before I went on. I didn't think we'd talk about it. But I was so impressed that this man with 2,000 stores is giving away money that goes into local communities, food banks or Touches thing. Bill does that for us. And I've always, since I'm like, the two people that don't know me should know that I've spent 55 years involved in everything. Because when I came aboard, there was no education at BPAA. You had to learn from others, is what BPA offered me. And then I got involved with YABA, the youth thing, which was with all the other organizations. And then I learned about BVL. And I knew that there was a woman named Helen Duval who taught bowling to veterans. And I knew that Johnny Petraglia, my longtime friend, was a veteran and did things for BVL. And I always supported it to a small degree. As time went on, and I told you about Maple Lanes being on the Verrazano side of Brooklyn. When 9/11 came, those ashes fell on the top of our roof. Those papers came down. And I said to my son, who was working part-time, and I was worried about him because he was working at Rockefeller Center then. And I said, get out of there. Where else would they go? He walked to Harlem and all. I went to a number of funerals where nobody was there. No person who lost their lives was there. And I just felt that we needed to be a more meaningful member of our community. And that's when we embraced BVL. It took some years to come to fruition. We started running in-house tournaments. The prize would be a visit to Bowl Expo where you give the check. And year one, no one ever raised this kind of money for BVL. Joe called me and said, I just did the math. I think we raised $25,000. And way back when there was a tournament called the Miller Doubles. It came from each bowling center, and BPA would promote it. You put up $5 for game 2, and if you bowled well, you made the cut, and you keep going to see if you could win it. We use that same format.
Okay.
And in New York, we'll have an event, and in Florida, we'll have an event. And then we tie in the PBA 50 event that's in our bowling centers this year in August, and it's to benefit BVL. Last year, we gave $70-some-odd thousand to BVL.
Wow. Of
the $1,250,000 that's raised, because we keep beating the drum, all of us. I get some credit for it, but I'm just the band leader as the chairman of it. But you go to the Veterans Day ceremonies in Washington, D.C., and the Red Cross is there, and this organization and that organization, and Korean War veterans and American War veterans, and Bowlers to Veterans Link. There's no other that does what we do to the degree that we've done, for the amount of time that we've done. And one visit, I was invited to the White House. And in the White House, I met a man who happened to be the secretary of the VA. Said to me, I'm amazed that bowling raised $1 million. How do you do it? And I said, $1 at a time, and we all help. And he said, I was chairman of Procter & Gamble. I know the guys on the Brunswick board. I can't believe it. What could I do for you? I said, you can come to my convention. It's Bowl Expo, blah. He showed up. Wow. He made a speech. Yeah. He told our members that BVL is a year older than the VA itself. Wow. And that we've been doing things that they should be doing for a long time. And we provide money for non-budgeted recreational services, therapeutic recreational services. And that's what we do.
Yeah.
If your company wants to embrace something of greater importance than simple profit. In the bowling industry, look to BVL, and we'll give you tools. We'll give you all the tools to make your customers like you more, respect you more, and show up more.
It's a win for everybody.
That's it.
Love that. Yeah, no, I'd certainly be interested in something like that. And then for anyone else who's watching who wants to be more involved, where should they go, or what's the best way to get involved?
BVL.org. Call me up, 516-448-0584.
Wow.
Everyone has my cell phone.
Look at that.
Maple Lanes, Rockville Center, 516-678-3010. Or BVL.org. Ask for Mary. I mean, we're all here. We have a nice board of all sorts of people from all the industry, represents the entire industry. And we just want to raise $1 more than last year.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. I mean, just hearing some of the things you guys are doing, there's no doubt in my mind you will.
We did two cool things. We funded 50 state veterans homes and fitted them with virtual reality systems, which are goggles and a way to deliver therapy, especially to older people that gets results. You know? So if the therapist says, grab this bar, and the older person can't do it, but you have the goggles in and say, would you get those butterflies? And there they are doing the therapy, or taking off on an aircraft carrier that they did 60 years ago to get some peace. And the second thing we did was through the vet centers, which are local walk-in clinics. We did many things with them, but we hosted a buffalo run between two states that veterans on horses did.
Okay.
Our goal is to brighten veterans' lives. And we do that because we're free, because they paid a price.
Absolutely.
You're doing what you're doing because they paid that price. So am I.
Yeah.
And my job is to get everyone to step up a little bit.
Give a little bit back.
That's it.
I love that. I love that. Hey, did you like this video? Great. We make 10 of them a week. Subscribe to learn more and keep learning about what's working in the industry. Talk to you then.